Sorry, I was just reading that Tim Sale died, comic book artist. It's like all the comic book artists from where I grew up are passing away. Huh?
We reported on that.
No. This is another comic book artist. That was, I forget what his name is now.
No, I'm talking about on the.
Oh, you mean on the
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Where you don't live.
Yeah. It's like damn job. Well, I mean, no, I'm not even gonna speak that into existence. But yeah, that's.
Oh, he's next. Whoever you said, whoever you was thinking about, he next. He on that.
He is 92 years old. Who I'm thinking about.
Whoever you thinking about, nigga, he's next. Whoever look, see, you did it already. You know, he next.
Oh goddamn. Yeah. I mean, he's
next.
Yeah. 66.
Order 66.
Or
that's what
Order 66.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga is next.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm here as always with my brother Bill. How you doing?
Boy, I'm doing better than Anakin. That's for sure.
For sure. Emotionally, physically, I'm sure he's not doing. He's not doing great.
He's doing bad. She's doing really bad. Emotionally, physically, he's doing bad.
In every way possible. You could say he's just not having a good time. If you haven't guessed already, we're talking about Obi Wan, penultimate episode of Disney Plus Star Wars original series Obi Wan Kenobi. Excuse me. This episode, like I said, mentioned, it's the last one before the last one. What did you think of this film? Yep, that's the theme song, or one of the themes. I think it's two
thought
songs.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
Oh, really?
So I love this episode. This episode was pretty dope. We opened up with Anakin looking out into Coruscant. And then Obi-Wan shows up and he says, "Hello, Anakin."
Hello there.
Hello there. No,
Perfect opportunity for a hello there.
It was, but Anakin sensed him coming. He says, "You're late, master."
Already dogging him.
We get our little moment with Anakin and Obi-Wan sparring.
Yeah.
And, apparently, at some point, Anakin was 36. And then he became a baby, like a 14-year-old again.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate parts about going back, is that these guys do look like they're 20 years older.
They did do the de-aging thing on their faces a little bit because they saw like the shake. Mm-hmm. I don't know what people are calling it in the real world, but I call it the shake.
Yeah,
I don't know what the professional terms is for fucked up visual effects.
Right. It's not quite an uncanny valley because it is a real person, but it's something going on at the face.
It's the face. It shakes.
Yeah, I didn't like this episode as much as you did, but
I have my problems with it, but let's get to talking about what we're talking about.
Yeah, the episode opens up with a flashback, Kenobi and Anakin, like you mentioned. And this, it cuts in and out of this little sequence a lot. It was a pretty interesting little moment because they're using it as like sort of showing the different tactical behaviors of both of these characters in the past and in the present, going back and forth. I mean, it was fine. Maybe I'm just like wanting a little bit more interesting.
Why are you jumping to what your opinion was? Just tell us let's talk about each.
Well, I mean, we're talking about this scene. I'm talking about this.
Oh, you just talking about just the scene with the? That's all you're talking about?
Yeah, just this.
You sound like you just talking about the whole show.
No, I'm just talking about in this scene I would have liked it a little bit more if maybe it was like them in battle or something like that. It would have been a little bit more visually interesting than them them sparring. I was maybe
it would also cost a lot of fucking money. What are you talking about?
Man,
they got them
Disney,
DH.
baby.
They got to DH these niggas, and they got to pay these niggas to come back.
Well, if you get them in combat, just put a little grease on their face. You know that black
Oh yeah,
that black war grease.
That's what they used to do all the time back in.
No, it's just like they're dirty.
I'm just saying.
It's like, no,
we never seen them dirty ever. We never seen. There's two things we never seen before, and we saw them in this movie. And well, I mean, we would have seen one of them if you've been directing. And we saw one of them for sure in this episode. And one is mud on. We never seen a dirty Jedi. Period. We never seen a Jedi get dirty. We only seen Padawans get dirty. Okay, keep that in mind.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Jedi Masters be like, I ain't doing that.
I ain't
You
getting
do
my
that.
robes dirty. God damn it. No, I just would have really.
Second thing, blood. Never seen no blood in a Star Wars movie or any Star Wars anything. I'm pretty positive. Never seen no blood.
Yeah, probably not,
until this episode when Tala gets shot.
Oh
Spoiler.
yeah. Oof, man. Another thing that really made me mad, or that made me mad. This didn't make me mad. Like this whole scene, this scene. I actually like this scene.
Let's just get to it.
I just would have liked.
I want to know why you hated certain parts. Let's get to it.
No. But yeah, I just would have liked this scene a little bit more because like I would have loved to see Ewan McGregor live action like General Kenobi, and I just feel like we're not going to get that. Even just
you
like
got it already. It's done. They did it already. They did a whole. I'm just saying they did that. So. They did 3 movies. I'm just saying.
They did one movie where he's General Kenobi.
Two movies. He was General Kenobi in 2 movies. He was General Kenobi in the second one.
What I'm saying? I want to see him in the clones fit. You know.
Yeah. No, you just asking for too much, man. See, first of all, they can't overdo. It's not like Obi-Wan's past years. This is Obi-Wan like right now. You know, in this time frame, so they can't just.
I'm talking about just in the flashback, but I mean, like again, it's not. I didn't dislike.
That would have been too much. The flashback was a flashback. It wouldn't have been nothing teaching you for them just doing.
I mean, they were talking
fighting.
about battle tactics. They could have been talking about it in a battle.
No, that would have meant they would have lost the battle, which is not something they really did.
It would have. You know, they could have had Anakin make a bad decision and then Obi-Wan make the right decision because he is the general. He outranks him.
You just named so many things that have way more money. Why are you trying to like? I don't think you understand how a budget works on a television show. All of a sudden, like they can't do all of that. You talking about filming a whole movie for a flashback scene. That's what you're basically saying. Let's do a whole other movie because basically. You gotta realize they did that whole thing on a fucking green screen set.
Right.
They didn't have to spend no money on the set.
Yeah.
And you talking about spending all kind of other money.
I'm not. I'm just saying
you'd have had to have other actors interact with that. That's why that didn't happen, and it's why it's not gonna happen because that's just.
I mean,
ridiculous.
of course, it's not going to happen.
That's an egregious amount of money to spend. That's why it would never have happened. I'm just saying it'll be
sure. I mean,
it would be like blowing your wad in a man. This is why they don't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why they don't let writers direct a lot of time. And sometimes, this is why Aaron Sorkin goes over budget every motherfucking time.
So then we switch back to the present. Kenobi is being no, that's right. Vader promotes Reva to the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, because she's doing such a bang-up job of losing people. I don't understand how you get promoted at the Empire.
I guess you just
fail
the boss. Yeah.
You fail your way all the way up in life, man. I'm telling you, like, look at everybody. They always fucking up, and then they end up getting promoted. Fucking only person who didn't get promoted was Darth Maul. He fucked up, and all he got was some robot legs.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to fight for everything he got
right
after he got de-halved. But yeah,
that's clearly because they're racist at the Empire. They don't like black/red people.
I mean, well, you know, homegirls gets to fail upwards and.
Well, she's black. She's not black/red people.
That's right. Yeah, he got his whole ass and balls cut off, and nobody even cared.
Nobody. But she is failed up, and now she's going to track her tracer and go to this planet called Jabu. Did I get that right?
Jabim.
Jabim. I just was guessing.
I mean, I'm honestly just reading it. It might be pronounced Jabu for all I know.
I was guessing maybe it's Jabu, maybe it's Jabim, but we don't know what happened to them. Well, we do know what happened to them. Them was sitting there, and Vader shows up, and they lock somehow. How do they do that? How do they just lock up their own sensors and shields and shit? Like, I don't understand how the technology works. Like, y'all just sit there and motherfuckers can just close the gates,
just lock
your
your
own
shit.
house.
Yeah,
It's like if somebody can come into your house and just lock the door.
right. It's like, well, what?
What was the point of
What's
me
the
having
point
a door?
Right. What's the point? Yeah, like if somebody else has access to your locks, what good is the door?
But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I had problems with this episode, but I don't. I just chalk it up to television. Then they proved our point later on in this scene. Well, first of all we get what's his name back? What's his name? The fucking guy from Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah, Kumail Nanjiani. I forgot what his
I go for you for hard names. They go, Kumail Nanjiani. I don't know how to say all that. But anyway, we get Kumail back, and he goes away for a second, and then we realize, oh yeah, they got this little kid here, and they're about to start killing people. What the fuck is about to happen here? And so they throw her in a vent.
Yeah.
Because
I forgot that she was even there for a while, because like you said, she didn't say anything for a bit. And
because they were like, oh, the action's here. Let's throw the kid in the vent. It's the writer's room. What are we gonna do with the kid?
Right. It's like we got to make her useful somehow.
Well, the doors won't open, right? Because maybe they should check the vents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Jesus.
Man, look, O'Shea's too big for us to put him in a vent. But what if it's not O'Shea? Maybe it's the girl. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, to me it feels like they were even almost workshopping backwards. Like, okay, we got to figure out something for this girl to do. Okay, what if the doors don't open, right? Because the bad guys, they got control of the door.
What do you mean,
like,
John? The doors?
Wait, no. Stick with me. Because then the girl has to figure out a way to open the door, right? That way she has something to do, because she got to crawl in somewhere that they can't get to.
Oh well, because what do vents have to do with the doors not opening? I just don't understand.
Like, well, that's space.
So
that's
is there
standard
gonna be
space
some
technology? You put all the door controls in the vents.
I like how they got the vents and there's no air in the vents. There's no nothing. There's no actual vents. It's actually just like electric box,
right?
That she's put in. She's like in a fuse box. She's in a big ass
right.
Circuit breaker.
That's
like, not a vent, y'all.
It's terrible engineering to put stuff where you can't have anywhere. It's like, I guess if this breaks, I guess fuck us, because we won't be able to fix it.
You know what? We'll never stop having is kids. So we'll just put a kid up there.
Yeah, child labor is.
It's only the size of the child. We'll just throw a child up there and we'll fix it. But the reason I'm not even bullshitting you. The reason I stuck on that so long is because right after that we get to a way too long of a scene of them just shooting this fucking door.
Yeah.
Reva shows up and she starts shooting this fucking door and shooting this fucking door.
Yeah.
And then Obi Wan goes to the door and she can feel him. She can sense him.
Yeah.
And she goes to the door and they touch the door and they talk to each other. And he realizes that she was a youngling, like we predicted here on this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And confirms that not that she wants to kill Obi-Wan, like we possibly thought.
Right.
But she wants to kill Darth Vader. And
it's a twist.
It's a twist. And I was like, okay, I kind of like that about this character a little bit more now. Doesn't excuse a lot of her bad acting, but it does make you realize why this person has a different agenda, or what this agenda is, this hidden agenda. But then she fucking ruins they ruin that whole scene with just lightsaber this thing, and now the door is open. Why were we shooting the door?
Right, yeah, if you could just do that, why?
Now, if they'd had one of the stormtroopers go, why are we shooting the door?
Right.
Like that's what should have happened. That was the only thing that would have made that scene make sense.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
if
a stormtrooper just was like, why were we shooting the door? Why would she make us do that?
Right. Yeah, it would have made more sense if they were like shooting the door until she walked up, and then she was like, "Stop, I got this." And then she walked up to the door, and then like they had their little.
No, it wouldn't have made any sense because it still would have been like, well, why didn't you just do this shit in the first place?
Well, it would have been like we were doing this like independently, and then like it was like then she showed up, was like, "What the fuck y'all shooting this door? I'm here, bitch."
Oh, you mean that? Well, I mean, like,
yeah,
why did you show up late? That's what I'm just saying. Like,
she's already showed
I'm
up
just
late.
saying, there's holes in all of that.
Right.
She showed up when they showed up. Like, so I mean, it's all holes in all of it. Unless you just make it funny, because it's stupid. Unless she just shows up and puts a lightsaber through a door, because that's what lightsabers do.
Yeah, and
We've known that since Phantom Menace.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That was.
We had never seen it done before that. And we learned that immediately. First scene, Phantom Menace.
Right.
Lightsabers go through doors.
Yeah, and I did like the idea of this being her backstory, even the twist of her like I'm actually hunting Vader, and like I've been just trying to pursue Obi-Wan so I can get in the same room with Darth Vader. But it would, like, wasn't she in the same room with Darth Vader twice already? Have we seen her in the same room with Darth Vader?
Yeah, but she would have had to fight him one-on-one. She was trying to wait till he was distracted. And I think she was trying to wait until she was powerful enough. But Obi-Wan convinced her that he would be distracted enough while focused on him. But he also didn't let her realize that he was going to just dip.
Right. Yeah, kind of.
Like, kind of hard to be distracted when you're not here, man. Now, you said you was go help me.
Yeah, does that make Obi-Wan an asshole? Just kind of like.
I think that's kind of why he got at the end. He has that like feeling. He's like, oh, something bad has happened. Like he's like, ooh, I think I fucked up.
Right.
I think that bitch gonna be mad at me, and I don't think she did. I still feel her alive.
Yeah, it's funny
because they're not. I like how they're not saying that he can feel all these senses, like they just did a fucking shit job of doing in The Last Jedi. But he's, because of The Last Jedi, we know that they can feel each other from cross universe. Well, we already knew that anyway.
Because Luke and Leia have done that in the original movies.
Yeah, so
Leia, Luke.
Shut up, bitch. Get out my goddamn head. Luke, quit fucking calling me. Goddamn, this is weird, man. Just
trying to watch Narcos. All I hear is,
call me on the goddamn holo device, god damn it. You can do that. Why are you doing... Damn. It's weird. What you want? Why are you in here? What do you want?
Why you here? But yeah, like after Reva, blows up the spot and it's just like, fuck this door. Stormtroopers rush in, and I gotta say, like, this is like a lot of these scenes was an example of like what we've been saying about how the direction in this movie, in this show, or the cinematography of the show doesn't use space very well. Because like there was a point where I like
take him to film school, Alex.
Like where you see the stormtroopers coming in, and like you see the rebels shooting back at them. Or the path. I'm not calling them that. They're the rebels. They're shooting back at the stormtroopers. And I actually paused it because, like, there is a moment where fucking Baby Ice Cube is 2 feet away from a stormtrooper, and a stormtrooper like is pointing at him, and they're just like shooting at each other, but not shooting at each other. Like the lasers are going past each other. I was like, this is terrible. Like terrible spacing. Like.
Terrible spacing.
It just immediately took me out of it because I was in the moment, and then it was like, wait, why?
I was in the moment of as soon as they started shooting, Alex, I was like, oh my god, this is bad.
Oh god,
because it wasn't that it was bad. It like the stormtroopers can be bad at shooting, and we could be like we accept that because we're like they suck. Yeah, they really couldn't shoot fish in a barrel. Like right. That's how bad they are. And they made fun of them in many other shows how they can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? But
Like Rogue One is, I think, the
up
only
with
time they felt like really an imposing threat.
No, they were like more. It was because they were overwhelming. Because
right.
they had ability to overwhelm. Because 4 people should be dead if it's 2,000 goddamn Empire motherfuckers. 4 people shouldn't be able to do anything.
Right.
Now they did all eventually die, but goddamn, they fucked a lot of shit up before they died. So that's also a bad example. Like, these motherfuckers suck. You know what I'm saying? They suck at their job. But the rebels can't shoot nothing. Nigga, they right there. O'Shea, you got a bow, nigga. You hit 2 people. I seen a bow hit 2 people. His little thing was green. He hit 2 something. I don't even think if he hit 2 people. I think he might have just hit a wall.
So you physically can't just shoot this many times and not hit anything
Nothing.
in this tiny ass space. And it felt like those old westerns, but in the wrong way. Like where you see 32 people just letting off on each other, and you only see 2 people fall to the ground.
No, I felt like I was watching the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You know how when you watch,
where nobody wants to go out of the ring,
and everybody's just kind of punching each other, but they're not really punching, and everybody's like, ugh. And they're just looking at each other like, nigga, you go out. No, I ain't going out. Fuck that. It's too early, man. We just got here.
I ain't even got to do my move yet.
Man, come on, man. Let me do my move real quick. Then you can throw me out. I'll let you throw me out. I'll be the first one. Just let me do my move.
But yeah, then and this is the scene where they get backed up into a corner. You know, they get behind the blast doors, but Tala gets shot up
in the tummy. She got shot in the tummy, and then she got blood.
And though I didn't like that they killed her, I did like that she went out like a G. And we finally sort of get to see thermal detonator in action.
I like that they killed her because, one, she doesn't exist in the canon, right? Like we never heard of her or any of that shit,
right?
So I like that they killed her, and she's not just lingering out there as a character. When are they gonna bring Tala back? All that bullshit.
Right, yeah.
And it brought me more adult. You know what I mean? Like, this is a war. These people are fighting a war.
Yeah.
Even though General Kenobi wants to act like the war is over, you little bitch. The war is still going on. And that was I liked how she went out with the robot.
Right. I don't dislike the idea of people died. Like, they could have killed baby O'Shea, or they could have killed.
Why? He's the fucking pilot. They can't leave if baby O'Shea died.
Or
I guess Obi Wan can fly, but he hates flying.
Or if they and I don't really even fully dislike the idea of her getting killed. And especially when she let off this thermal detonator, I was like, oh cool, we actually get to see.
I think I convinced you liked it,
but no. But the thing that I don't like about it was that. It's like right after she sacrificed herself for them to get through, Obi-Wan was like, all right, I'm going to go back out there. And then baby Ice Cube was like, if you go out there, she sacrificed herself for nothing. I'm like, yeah, I feel the same way.
But you were both wrong because y'all don't look at the Force. Y'all think fighting is with your guns in your hands and all the time. But sometimes there's other ways to fight. And so, because what happened, it wasn't for nothing. He was able to, because that was the only way they was going to actually leave. Because you saw what happened when Vader got there. He said, y'all ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Put his hand up in the sky, and the motherfucking ship didn't go no goddamn place. So if he'd have been, I'm just saying, if he'd have been there, if they tried to fight, nobody was going to leave. Right. He did the right thing. Obi-Wan know how to play the game.
So him going out there, did that slow them down from going to capture them? Did they just all right, let's stop.
If they don't go, if they stay in there, what's gonna happen? They siege. That's what he was doing. Darth Vader was on his way there, right? Boom, he's gonna come down. They're gonna keep sieging,
right? But so they stopped because Obi-Wan came out.
Look, she just cut the door open, right?
Right.
Yeah, they stopped because Obi-Wan came out. Okay. She was about to cut open another door, boy. They was about to keep busting heads.
See, that's the thing that's confusing me because why would they stop? Because they still want those other guys.
No, they don't. That's actually not true.
That's why
you're not listening. You're not focusing on what it. Darth Vader said it himself. He said, "We're not trying to get the other people. We're worried about one other person." Because she was like, well, if they're able to hold their ground, we may never be. He was like, we're not trying to break them. We're trying to break him.
Right. All right.
You know, so he wasn't focused. And that's what the point of the flashback that you were so focused on. Obviously, you were worried about not seeing them fighting together on some battle that you didn't realize. The lesson in the whole thing was that he was too headstrong, and that sometimes you got to be able to be cunning as well. Use your mind.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm just saying, but that's what the whole point. That was the whole point of the whole, that, because he had to pacify the situation, lure him in a little bit, let him think he won. That was the whole point. He had to let him think he won. Of course, he was gonna stop because he thought he won, but he also had to trick old girl. That was the whole point of going out there, is to continue to trick old girl.
Yeah,
because she let him go back in. Because she was like, yeah, I'm going to try to kill this nigga because he going to be there. And so she's thinking, Obi-Wan's going to be sitting inside waiting on me. And he's going to be trying to fight Obi-Wan. And he's going to try to fight Darth Vader. And then I'll come and stab him in the back.
Right.
Or whatever. You know, she's thinking, that's how she's thinking Obi-Wan going to help me.
I mean, I feel like they could have had,
I think it's going to be explained in the next episode, because she's going to go to Tatooine and try to kill this nigga. Because what we're forgetting to tell the people is Darth Vader comes down and he fucking struts his shit. He knows Obi-Wan's already gotten loose. He's like, I'll take him myself.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. And my daughter is in a vent. Someone's doing bad parenting. Who would put my daughter in a vent?
Speaking of the Darth grabbing the spaceship, what did you think of that? You think that was cool?
Well, before that happens, before we get into that, because I thought we were about to get like, the reason I'm in the head of Reva at that time is because I too thought we were about to get like some kind of battle between Obi-Wan, Reva, and Darth Vader, kind of Darth Maul,
right?
Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth and Obi Wan Kenobi kind of style. I thought we were gonna get something like that, which would have been really, really dope. But I kind of felt slighted in that, and I felt like, but maybe that's how she feels.
Right.
Like, damn, I left out here to fucking fight this nigga by myself. And I thought that it was really clever, I guess, whatever they did. I don't know what they did exactly. Like, it kind of messed me up when Darth Vader comes out and he grabs the ship, and he stopped that shit. That shit was so cool. I didn't notice that there was another ship on the other side that came out. At first, I was like, did the ship just pop out the ship?
Right.
What just happened? And then I was like, why didn't he just leave and why didn't he just bust open that ship? Why didn't he just stop that ship?
Right.
Darth Vader be making some weird decisions to me, man. And that's the problem when you have this like overly powerful being.
Right.
And you just make him do stupid shit like grab a fucking ship out of the air. Well, then why not grab the other ship out of the air?
Yeah, why not?
It wasn't like he was holding on to one of them and then the other one took off.
Yeah, that was weirdly set up. It's kind of like the situation where he could have grabbed Obi-Wan through the fire for the second time, but he just decided not to.
Right. Those are the moments when I go, I'm watching a television show made for children.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. It's my fault. If I have a problem with this show at any point in time, it's because I'm watching a child show.
Well, you know what? I don't even
say that stuff so I don't get mad.
I've stopped giving it like full on, like I guess leeway with that kind of stuff too, because like there, all the other Star Wars stuff that we love, and even non-Star Wars stuff that are like made for kids. Like there's kids stuff that I love that are really well written, just better written. And some of this stuff just isn't that well written. I will say that the lightsaber fight was really dope. What'd you think of the lightsaber fight?
Yeah, the lightsaber fight was dope. It was like they show that Anakin has had to find a different style of fighting, and now that he's like mostly a cyborg.
Yeah.
And so but he's still got like he's not as agile. It's really just a shame that there was a clunkiness to him in A New Hope, so they always have to make him kind of clunky now.
Right.
He can't ever be athletic because it's like, well, that wouldn't be fitting the canon. And if you watch the movies in order,
right,
it'd just be really weird that all of a sudden this nigga can't do nothing.
Right. I think they do a really good job with some of the excuse me, with a lot of the fight choreography in this, and even like in Rogue One, to just show like how he's got like this effortless power to him, more so than his like athleticism. He's just like overpowering you. I liked how through the first half of the fight with him and Reva, he's not even using a lightsaber.'s just like dodging all of her like crazy trick moves.
Yeah, he's John Wooing her with some goddamn like. Well, we were watching a John Woo film.
Right. Yeah, it was like
no, it was what was it? What's that show? Not It Man. Is it It Man?
It Man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Man, yeah,
that's what it was because he was holding him back like this. With his hand like ha, and I was like, yeah, that's It Man right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty dope scene.
Darth It Man.
Darth It Man. Yeah, I'll fucks with that. Where's Donnie Yen?
But then he ends up stabbing Reva in the tummy.
But
like he apparently like he did when she was a kid.
Yeah.
Which begs to ask the question: why stab her in the stomach again? She's clearly not gonna die.
Yeah, the dude who's standing right next to you, the last Grand Inquisitor, also got stabbed in the stomach. He
has two stomachs. That's the reason he didn't die.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. I don't know what's up with this Reva girl. Like, why does she why? How does she live from the tummy? A tummy poke is supposed to kill you.
Yeah, she's got a strong gut, I guess.
Yeah, for years. I mean, at least it checks out throughout history, though. It's not like she didn't have a strong gut, and now she has a strong gut.
It's like, nah, she's always had the strong gut since she was a child.
Since she was a child. Did you think I did not see it, youngling?
But then later, right as everyone's leaving her to die. We see that she finds the little holo message from Leia's daddy, Jimmy Smits, saying that just dumping an exposition all over the place. He was like, "Oh, you can't. I'm just making sure you don't forget about Luke Skywalker, Darth's kid, over on Tatooine, and make sure nobody else knows about this."
Yeah. Why do you nigga? That's not encrypted. It's not even. That was like you didn't even use code words or nothing. Like you could have said the child, or how about the planet where you been staying at.
Right. I think he does say the boy. I don't think he says Luke, but he does say I think he does say hit like.
You could have said the child though. Be vague about the sex of this child. Maybe not. Just tell every goddamn thing. He said, you know how you get to that, and then I'm gonna go to Tatooine, and I'm gonna go to that spot that you like to drink at. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Called the Bolo.
You ain't never seen
when I go
Sopranos?
to the Bolo, I'm gonna walk 6 blocks down the street. I'm gonna take a left, and I'm gonna pop up on you at your apartment, and I'm gonna knock on the door, the one that's on the left, 313.
Yeah, yeah. Just like you ain't never watched the episode of The Wire. Just like, oh, did you handle that thing? The thing with the kid. All right, cool.
All right, bye. That's it, man.
We only got one episode left. Thanks for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new episodes of the pod and new video essays from yours truly. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at Drunk Banthas. You can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Until next time, stay safe, my little cocained up miniature superheroes, and may the force be with you.